Welcome to Starship TV's biography of Thomas Carlyle. Thomas Carlyle (1795–1881) was a Scottish essayist, historian, and philosopher renowned for his profound influence on 19th-century thought. Born on December 4, 1795, in Ecclefechan, Dumfriesshire, Scotland, Carlyle was the son of a strict Calvinist Mason. He initially pursued studies in mathematics and theology at the University of Edinburgh, but soon gravitated towards literature and philosophy. Carlyle's early career included teaching and translating works of German authors, notably Goethe. His deep engagement with German literature and philosophy significantly shaped his intellectual development. In 1826, he married Jane Welsh, and the couple settled in Craigen-Puttock, where Carlyle wrote some of his early essays and developed his distinctive style. His seminal work, Sartor Resartus 1836, presented a fictional philosopher's musings on the philosophy of clothes, serving as a vehicle for Carlyle's ideas on society and spirituality. This was followed by the French Revolution, A History 1837, a vivid narrative that influenced contemporaries like Charles Dickens. Carlyle's later works, including On Heroes, Hero Worship, and The Heroic in History 1841, and Past and Present 1843, emphasized the importance of strong leadership and criticized the materialism of the industrial age. He became a prominent public intellectual, known for his lectures and writings that addressed social issues and historical analysis. Despite his acclaim, Carlyle's later years were marked by personal tragedy, including the death of his wife in 1866, which deeply affected him. He continued to write until his death on February 5, 1881, in London. Carlyle's legacy endures through his contributions to literature, history, and social commentary. Philosophical ideas of Thomas Carlyle. 1. Heroism and the great man theory. Carlyle believed history is shaped by heroic individuals, not impersonal forces or masses. In On Heroes, Hero Worship, and The Heroic in History 1841, he argued that society must recognize and follow those with moral clarity, spiritual vision, and active will. Quote, "The history of the world is but the biography of great men. His hero types: the prophet, the poet, the priest, the man of letters, the king." 2. Anti-materialism, critique of industrialism. Carlyle saw the 19th-century Industrial Revolution as a spiritual and moral crisis. In Signs of the Times and Past and Present, he criticizes mechanical thinking and the gospel of mammonism, worship of money. He viewed factory society as soulless, reducing human beings to functions and destroying genuine community. Quote, "Men are grown mechanical in head and in heart, as well as in hand." 3. Work as worship. Carlyle believed in the dignity of labor. Work was not just economic activity, but a form of spiritual and moral expression. The right kind of work could transform a person, and was essential to a meaningful life. Quote, "Blessed is he who has found his work, let him ask no other blessedness." 4. Obedience and order. Carlyle was deeply anti-democratic in temperament. He distrusted mass democracy, viewing it as chaotic and shallow. He favored strong moral leadership, a spiritual aristocracy rather than political populism. Quote, "Democracy, which means despair of finding any heroes to govern you, and contented putting up with the want of them." 5. The importance of the inner life. Carlyle believed in the centrality of the spiritual and the mystical dimensions of life. He was influenced by German thinkers like Goethe and Fichte, and advocated for self-renewal and moral introspection. 6. Myth, symbol, and religion. Carlyle rejected dogmatic religion, but deeply valued its symbolic power. In Sartor Resartus 1836, he explored the philosophy of clothes as a metaphor. All institutions, rituals, and beliefs are symbolic vestures of deeper truths. Quote, "All visible things are emblems." 7. Moral vitalism. Carlyle prized vital energy, conviction, and moral intensity. He viewed history as a struggle between spiritual strength and moral weakness. Summary. Carlyle's philosophy in one sentence. Thomas Carlyle's philosophy is a call to spiritual heroism in an age of materialism, urging people to work nobly, revere greatness, and reject the mechanical shallowness of modern life. 50 notable quotes by Thomas Carlyle. "No pressure, no diamonds. Go as far as you can see. When you get there, you'll be able to see further. He who has health, has hope, and he who has hope, has everything. Endurance is patience concentrated. Permanence, perseverance, and persistence. In spite of all obstacles, discouragements, and impossibilities, it is this that distinguishes the strong soul from the weak. A man without a goal is like a ship without a rudder. Our main business is not to see what lies dimly at a distance, but to do what lies clearly at hand. Silence is as deep as eternity, speech as shallow as time. Man is a tool-using animal. Without tools he is nothing, with tools he is all. The history of the world is but the biography of great men. A loving heart is the beginning of all knowledge. The block of granite which was an obstacle in the pathway of the weak became a stepping stone in the pathway of the strong. Music is well said to be the speech of angels. I've got a great ambition to die of exhaustion rather than boredom. The merit of originality is not novelty, it is sincerity. Do the duty which lies nearest to you. The second duty will then become clearer. Conviction is worthless, unless it is converted into conduct. Every noble work is at first impossible. Genius is an infinite capacity for taking pains. Not what I have, but what I do, is my kingdom. A great man shows his greatness by the way he treats little men. Teach a parrot the terms supply and demand, and you've got an economist. Adversity is the diamond dust heaven polishes its jewels with. The greatest of faults, I should say, is to be conscious of none. What we become depends on what we read after all of the professors have finished with us. The true university of these days is a collection of books. A man lives by believing something, not by debating and arguing about many things. The courage we desire and prize is not the courage to die decently, but to live manfully. Wonder is the basis of worship. The first duty of man is to conquer fear. He must get rid of it. He cannot act till then. The work an unknown good man has done is like a vein of water flowing hidden underground, secretly making the ground green. If you look deep enough, you will see music, the heart of nature being everywhere music. Everywhere the human soul stands between a hemisphere of light and another of darkness. No great man lives in vain. Isolation is the sum total of wretchedness to a man. Secrecy is the element of all goodness. Even virtue, even beauty is mysterious. The real use of gunpowder is to make all men tall. The eye sees what it brings the power to see. A laugh, to be joyous, must flow from a joyous heart, for without kindness, there can be no true joy. Foolish men imagine that because judgment for an evil thing is delayed, there is no justice. Nothing builds self-esteem and self-confidence like accomplishment. The end of man is action, and not thought, though it be of the noblest. Blessed is he who has found his work. Let him ask no other blessedness. Speech is human, silence is divine. The three great elements of modern civilization, gunpowder, printing, and the Protestant religion. Men do less than they ought, unless they do all they can. The wealth of a man is the number of things which he loves and blesses. All work, even cotton spinning, is noble. Work is alone noble. Tell a person they are brave, and you help them become so. All that mankind has done, thought, gained, or been, it is lying as in magic preservation in the pages of books.